Welcome to the Economy Class Gamer. What I have here for you today is a test of the AMD A8-6600K paired with a Radeon RX560. Now this is the full version of the 560 featuring 1024 stream processors and 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Now the settings are on low or disabled, except for the model detail, which is on high, but I cannot change that. It seems to be stuck on high by default. The texture streaming budget is at 2 gigabytes of VRAM, even though this card does have 4. Alright, now let's get into the game. As you can see here, the frame rates are in the 60s to 70s. So very good, sometimes dipping down to the 50s, and there you see it down to the 40s there. But most often in the 50s and 60s. So this is actually slightly better than the RX 550 2 gigabyte version that I tested earlier. Approximately about 10 FPS higher. Now this could be limited by the CPU, which is kind of weak. It's A8-6600K, as I mentioned earlier. Alright, just waiting for a revive right here. As my partners go and take out the enemy. And the FPS is hanging around in the mid 60s on average. So it was a very pleasant playing experience. Alright, getting a revive right here. And let's skip forward a little bit here. Alright, here we go. Go through the void. Trying to catch up with my teammates. They located the enemy, so now I'm approaching their position. Alright, and look at the frame rates. In the mid 60s, and occasionally hitting the 70s. As I'm running across the terrain here. Alright, checking in my little airstrike right there. And then throwing in some grenades for good measure. As you can see with these big explosions, the frame rate does stick to the 60s, sometimes dipping down to the 50s for a moment. But an average of 60s. Lots of death boxes here. Oh, here's a baddie. There we go. And you can see some screen tearing there on the pillar as I'm moving back and forth. Okay. So it's not too obvious during gameplay. Alright, so here's the final clip here. Yeah, spot that Pathfinder, give him a couple of bullets. And now I'm going to look for him. See, I've gone down stairs here. And there he is. Look at that, the FPS actually hits 80s there. And even 90s. Inside the room. Okay, so lots of explosions, lots of combat, and the frame rates stick to the 60s and occasionally 70s. Alright, give him a shows a recharge here. However, I sail here just a little bit too long, and a third squad comes in and takes me out. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Alright, here we go. You'll see some screen tearing there in the door. Picking up an overpowered Mozambique. And a triple take. Alright, let's change out the triple take here. Okay. Baddies here. Not a lot of ammo though. Kind of out of ammo at this point. Alright. Some fisticuffs here. Pick up a flat line, but only 3 rounds. And then the baddie shows up, and look at the frame rates. It clings to the high 60s and the low 70s. Oh wow, dipping down to the 40s right there. Alright, skipping forward a little bit here, and here's the final frame. Alright, spot some baddies down there. And get into position. FPS in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, and I'm shot from behind. See the screen tearing there on the rib cage there. And that's all she wrote for us. Alright, jumping to the next game. Look at that, frame rates in the 90s, 80s, 100s, yeah, low hundreds there. And then we go down to the 50s. Now it's in the 60s and 70s. I'll take out this lifeline right here. She didn't have any guns. Alright, now skip forward. My partner goes down. And we'll head up there once I pick up this Eva. Oh. It's a Wraith right here, but yeah, she takes me out. Alright, next game. Alright, look at that. We spot an octane there. Now we're just gonna go and track him down. Look at that, frame rates in the 80s and 90s. There he is. And frame rates back down to the 50s, 60s, and even 70s. Overall, very good. Okay, fast forward here a little bit. And here we go. Alright, trying to get to the bulk here. Took some damage though. Alright, look at the frame rates. 80s, 90s, 70s. And I'm taking down. I should have used my body to block that door, but I wasn't quite thinking about it. And it does not bode well for us. Alright, on to the next game. Alright, punch out lifeline here. Took a bit of damage there. Look at that, frame rates sticking to 60s, 70s. Alright, our team comes through, and I get a revive right here. Again, frame rates are really good. Here in the 90s. Alright, fast forward. Okay, here's the final combat sequence. Throwing down my airstrike there. And chucking in the grenades. However, a third team comes behind us. And I'm down. Well, that's pretty much it for us. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment at the bottom. And I will see you next time. Bye.